Good evening, and welcome to this matchup between Malchior and thomjay. It is Swiss Week 5, and these two runners are both 3-1, looking for that fourth win. I'm Fury SK alongside Gary and Old Wolf. Gary, I think we both have seen these runners around for quite some time. I think thomjay joined up not too long after Malchior did, or maybe even at the same time. So these two have both had the same amount of time to kind of get experience with the randomizer, and we should see a pretty good race here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very familiar with the names. Don't think I've really ever faced either of them, but I've definitely seen the names around for quite a while. And based on Malchior's file names, they apparently played each other in spring of last year.
Yep, we have a pretty deep pool of runners in each of these tournaments, but the wheel does tend to have some jokes, so you end up racing some of the same people here and there. But as per kind of the normal now, I think we're really going to be looking to see where they start, and I think based on where they start, they could either go Armos hunting right off the bat, or they might go towards the vanilla wood sword cave, given that that can be vanilla and give them potential weaponry right off the bat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it will definitely depend on where the start screen ends up actually being.
Yep, you'll get that in about 10 seconds here, I would think, maybe even less. So let's see where they go. Well, this spot is no fun. We have, looks like 5 and 8 as the Triforces that are shown, which means we don't really have the info on either one. We have a second mixed overworld, though, based on that green entrance to level 3.
Yep, and it looks like our shops are shuffled based on, well, the prices at least are potentially shuffled based on the medium secret being 32 there. And it looks like we're starting with the meat.
Yep, so if you get a full second quest, you can at least pay off one of the bait blocks, or both if you know the tricks. Yeah, the Gria on the overworld's not necessarily fun. It means you've got Lionel's Dark Nuts and Wizrobes in dungeons. So of all the 3 dungeon monsters to come out, I think that's probably the worst. No gambling game shuffle. So quick check here of the blue ring shop in vanilla, aka the Death Armos, because of all the enemies that spawn on it. Looks like it's just going to be the old lady wishing us good luck, which seems to be redundant across all shops and caves that we enter, so it would appear the book has that functionality right off the bat.
Yeah, so at least we know the book might actually be useful today.
Yeah, my favorite
nice use of meat by thomjay there. And it looks like we got a vanilla wood sword.
Yeah, my favorite is when you get the hints and it goes deceptive. So you kind of get hints, but you have to choose whether or not you think it's actually useful. Tip, as you noted, thomjay first to the wood sword cave. Malchior, as long as they survive this little trip over there, I think they'll be able to pick up their sword as well. So I think he can make it. I wouldn't go the Tektite route, though, to the east.
Yeah, it also depends on if the Guerrillas decide to be snipers today, because they're notorious for sniping with those boomerangs.
Thankfully, they all fired off after he ran through that pass, and Malchior gets to the Woodsword Cave. I don't think that 30-second difference is going to make or break this race, though.
No, it's way too early to say if that small of a difference will matter. It could matter, but it's unlikely at this point.
Now, there's the death that was perhaps foreshadowed by the beeping sound we heard. A couple options now. Could opt to go up to the grave, Armos, since that statue tends to have it more often than not in this tournament. Another option could be just to world wrap without the ladder, just to take a quick look at what's on the coast. If it's a hard container, then you start thinking, well, maybe I should look for 1, 4, 5, and 9. Specifically, we'll have the items. Of course, we need all the dungeons that we don't have Triforces for.
Yep, and I think it is worth going up to the grave because I believe the flag for the Armos item is a 50-50 flag.
Correct. It's a 50-50 flag, so it could stay there or it could move. The real fun is when it just kind of picks. I guess it's more or less a 60% chance because it can just stay anyways. But I get what you mean there as far as the button being 50-50 itself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That it's a 50% chance that it's not randomized.
Yeah. So your chances are definitely the best to go there first. And definitely with our start point, I could see going to the blue ring shop first just because it's closest. But I think both runners in the end probably go this way. We're going to see Malchior get there first. Got a pack of bombs, which is great for this spot.
And it looks like the shops are randomized because the arrows were 67. And I know they're vanilla 80, so that's a good price for them.
And Power Bracelet has not moved. That could be foreshadowing vanilla items, or it could just be a false positive for that.
So we do know we don't have extra candles on, and we don't have permanent sword beams on so far. To answer the question in chat, yes, we're all counting on you is a book hint, meaning that the book is needed to translate. And we found level 7 on Malchior's side, but I didn't see what cave that was.
I believe Malchior was bombing towards Death Mountain, so it might be the passage between West and East Death Mountain. Yes. So that spot, I think, looked to me like it could be... it could be Second Quest 7, but it's kind of weird because Second Quest 7 doesn't really have that many bomb walls, so it could just be first. I didn't really get a good enough glimpse of what was going on there, and Malchior didn't want to stick around too long. Did Malchior go back and check the power bracelet spot in the grave after picking that up, or did he just keep going? I didn't see.
I don't remember seeing him go over there, but he might have.
That might have been a play worth making. We'll see if thomjay makes that play or not. Yep, looks like thomjay's going to go that way. We're going to get the answer to whether or not this is going to be an any road. And no.
Okay, I think he might have went there, because I do remember seeing him in a Take Any cave.
Yep, so there's either another Take Any cave really close by, or both runners have checked that to check the any roads have shuffled. So to me, that tells me...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, to me, that says that the power bracelet now has more value than it would normally have, because now you have potential for dungeons to be under their white sword item, so it does make it interesting.
And I was actually going to say something similar, but if I remember right, with second quest mixed on, we have potential for up to 7 spots, and since we know it's not vanilla any roads, all of them are available.
Yep, thomjay picks up another Take Any one just east of that power bracelet, so given the advantage now that thomjay has in the heart department, I guess we'll go back to assuming Malchior has not checked it.
Yep, and Jess just confirmed in chat that Mal did not check the PB spot.
Well, I'm going to take a wild guess that Malchior will check one of the power bracelet spots here momentarily, and unless it's an any road, which would be really troll, we'll get the information that the power bracelet spots have shuffled, or could just go up towards vanilla 1.
If I had to guess, he doesn't have candle yet, so he's trying to get the open caves first. Probably not even thinking about having power bracelet yet.
Level 6.
We got a power bracelet required.
Yep, level 6 is definitely going to force the power bracelet to be required. At first glance, it does appear to be a palette shuffled first quest 6 to me. Well, dark rooms tell us that at least one of the two sides of mixed quest is we have a right side moat room. That's just glorious. It tells us that we at least have regular first or second quest in either the front half or back half.
Well, with the dark rooms, am I remember correctly that if one half is vanilla and the other half is shapes, it can still get the dark rooms and shapes if it randomizes a room from another dungeon into it?
Yes, that is correct. The shapes can have dark rooms only in a mixed where there is a first and second or second quest in one of the halves because of the room shuffle. So at this point, we can guarantee that I would say this. I'll say that the front half does look like it's going to be first quest. We didn't really get enough info on the back half yet, so I don't know what to call that.
And I saw something on thomjay's side that it looks like our hints are not going to be helpful, because I think it was vanilla hint prices.
Well, that unfortunately makes the book less fun. But if it's in a shop, I haven't really been paying attention to big shields. If we still have that opportunity, then I think you'll still see the runners maybe work that way, but I would think the large secret would have to be pretty significant for that to work out.
Yeah, I know I saw a 148 shield, but I don't remember what the vanilla large secret price is, so that might be within range of that. I'm not sure.
Nope, that ruins the dream of the boomstick this time. I believe that would be the largest priced big shield rolling down slightly. Alright, level 7 for thomjay. Again, this spot could be either. I'm inclined to say Start Room hasn't shuffled, and this is First Quest 7, but that's a complete guess based on 2 rooms.
And we got vanilla 8, or not vanilla, we got level 8 at the Monocle Rock, where the vanilla heart container would be.
Yep, and it spawns at the vanilla First Quest 8 spot. You can go north in 7. You can go left in this 8 room, yes. So this is full First Quest almost certainly at this point to me. Again, we could get super trolled with shapes, and I would take that because it would be fun. But not looking that way early, that's no fun. That's a Triforce in the middle, but we don't need that Triforce.
Correct, but I believe I also saw it was only 3 HP for that Dark Nut, so we do have plus or minus at least 2 on the HP, it looks like.
Yep, we'll take the HP shuffle. Good bomb there from thomjay. So good, in fact, that he dropped a rupee. So that's a bit rude. Was that a shuffle there? Normally, when I get the bingo, I get the fairy or something more than a single rupee, so that's pretty mean. I'm going to just guess it was trolly. Yeah, gels aren't dropping anything, so our drop groups are regular. Just a really mean manhandle for him getting it right.
And there's Ganon's room, so we know Ganon and Zelda are not guaranteed. Or, well, no, Ganon's definitely not in his room, and Zelda likely won't be in hers.
Yep, that's important information when hunting 9 now, because you're not just looking for the north shutter anymore. Now you've got to look for several different places to have shutters.
Looks like we should be getting a coast check here in a moment.
Yeah, maybe not.
And there's level 5.
If that's kind of what I call the shiny effect for Malchior. You get in a dungeon and you suddenly say, okay, I want to look around. Look for stuff. We don't need the Triforce. It is a hard on the coast, which furthers the potential for unshuffled items, but again, it just could be coincidence at this point. We have not seen enough items to say that.
Right, and even with a heart, we're not even guaranteed to know for sure if it's a heart. the coast heart itself. If Heart Shuffle happens to be on, it could just be coincidental that it's on the coast. We do appear to have second quest enemies, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, that could definitely still happen with the first quest dungeon setup, so it wouldn't surprise me. The one pro about finding 5 early is Malchior's key count.
Yep, and we also just saw Vanilla Triforce room, and it only had a key in it, so we know our Triforces can be anywhere.
I'm not surprised to see Malchior trying to locate the key here, because that can really give us potential movement on the overworld, maybe even to beat questions. But definitely worth a dig if you make it all up. Even with the fight.
One good thing for Malchior here is his key count seems to be going up and not down.
Despite not having the ladder, get around a lot of this dungeon, so it's not prohibiting any real movement here. And this reverse C gives us a shot at an item. Let's see if it's it.
That recorder is making me lean towards we might have vanilla item placement.
Yep, that would definitely make me want to go overworld hunting for 4 in a hurry now. But more importantly, I think we need to bail out of this dungeon at this point, unless we're looking for maybe a bomb upgrade.
I know he's seen the Triforce, so he might just be trying to make his way back to it. Oh, and that's a lovely staircase, one above the other.
I don't think we noticed that before because of Malchior kind of taking it, but yeah, that's pretty bad. So despite the Triforce, Malchior still at a Triforce deficit, but I don't think it's a real big deal yet.
And as Andy just pointed out in chat, we started with the level 5 Triforce, so we didn't even need to take that Triforce.
Level 1, flute blocked, so sequential seed and forces you to go to 5 guaranteed. Well, if we ever needed confirmation we were in first quest first half, there it is.
Oh, and that's right, we do have a ladder required. I forgot we saw that Triforce earlier in 8.
Well, I think the Triforce in 8 we have, but the ladder block in 6, right off the bat, is what's going to stymie any potential ladderless seed. Sanjay, I think the best he could get out of this dungeon, as we see the bomb upgrades did shuffle out of their vanilla locations, is the any key. And we're not necessarily going to need the any key based on how many keys Malchior now has going through level 1.
But if you find it with one key, you take it because you never, or usually don't find it that early.
Alright, bow in the staircase in 1. With this amount of items now, I would say it's fairly safe to go ahead and call it what it is. Well, and rupee balls.
And that's Zelda's room, so we're definitely not going to have Zelda in her own room.
Yeah, the downside is now we have 0 keys after going to that room, so thomjay's just unfortunately gotten into the wrong dungeon early for a real progression. Got the Triforce at 7. Had he stuck around by chance in there, that might have given him a small advantage, whether or not he realizes it, because that would have given him the red candle, and the red candle would certainly be helpful at the current moment for both runners. Looks like the game has some jokes with the bomb upgrades as well, as it discounted the amount of bombs one could get out of it.
Have we seen a candle shop yet?
Not to my knowledge. We did not go... I don't think that we saw all of Death Mountain, as there's the heart container in a circle note room. Not the worst thing to find. Better that than the Triforce, at least.
There's the white sword on thomjay's side, up at Casino Corner, the Vanilla 100 secret.
And the Triforce is obtainable without the ladder, so that's good for Malchior. Does not get trolled.
That looks like it might be Vanilla Unbeaten dungeon locations for the whistle.
That is a big oof. I don't know if you saw what was underneath that recorder lake there.
I missed it. I looked at the other screen.
It was a large secret, and it had less than 60.
Ooh, that's never good.
And that's
Actually,
the only
with
one
a
you
second
get.
quest mixed.
Yeah, that's the only one you get. That's rough. The good news about Unbeaten is we definitely got a glimpse at Vanilla 4, so now it takes you down to 1 raft spot.
Well, the good news is even though that large secret is horrible, the medium secret at least rolled slightly up, so at least we still have some money available.
Looks like thomjay is going to be heading towards the coast now. We'll see level 5, and I think at this point that's pretty much the potential make or break point of the seed. thomjay gets into level 5 and gets the recorder, then it's a big play. There is the white sword for Malchior, so both on the same level of combat again.
Ooh, that's a huge difference in potion price. I think I saw 25 and 80 something. Yeah, 25 and 87. That's pretty far difference in prices for the potions.
Yeah, so that's a pretty easy call to make, unless you are basically trying to finish the seed off and you've taken a death to Gan. You're just saying, all right, I need to hurry. That's about the only situation I see the red potion being taken in this one.
Yep, and thomjay is about to find out the trolliness of these staircases.
Wait a minute. I saw the book. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the middle shield rolled up to the highest value. In any event, with that secret, I don't think we'll be seeing that picked up.
Yeah, I think the only way we will is if we somehow see the book and have a lot of money laying around for no reason. To answer the question in chat, what happens to the wand's normal spot? It's still the wand, but the book is replaced by the large shield.
Well, the real question becomes, will either runner even dig level 6 to the point where they see the wand?
I personally think neither one will dig it unless they happen to find it on the way trying to find the Triforce. And I missed Malchior apparently got the blue candle.
It was in the same shop as the book, so I guess it's the rare shop in this case. Even we didn't see it for such a long time.
So if I was Malchior here, I'd likely be assuming we're on vanilla items, and I would not even bother looking for the item in this dungeon unless I find it in a required room.
I mean, even I wouldn't go out of my way. That being said, if it's a straight line and I have to walk through it to go for the fastest route, I'm just going to take it on the way. Oh, we're going to get mugged here. It's actually a rare time where I might even give up the keys, just because of how many keys we have. I did see what happened to thomjay. Did he end up getting that recorder, or did he maybe have to turn around at some point here?
I missed it myself, so I'm not sure if he found the right room yet or not.
I want to guess not, given the route he's taking, so maybe took a death or maybe just up 8 at some point. We're going to have to hope that thomjay goes to that northern part of that. This looks like circled moat room number 2. Last one having the heart. Maybe I'm wrong. What do we got? Oh no, it's the tea room. I'm just a fool. So the one room that thomjay, I think, or one of the two rooms in the north part of this dungeon that thomjay has not been in is the one that he needs to get to in a hurry, as Malchior actually goes out of the way to get that magic boomerang. I'm not complaining. I'm just... I don't know. Even me with my memes and what I prefer to use out of the two boomerangs, I'm not sure I would have done it, but I guess not enough ranged combat yet.
Could be, or he knew who was commentating.
In any event, back to the overworld we go. I, again, did not see thomjay get back up to the northern part of that dungeon, so this may be a bit rough for a while. It'll, if nothing else, lead to a full overworld clear, so hopefully picks to go back there pretty quickly.
There's Magical Sword on the coast that we're likely not going to see either runner pick up with Heart Shuffle not being on.
Yeah.
And to answer the question in chat, what was the recorder flag? The recorder is vanilla unbeaten.
Yeah, it gets progressively less useful, but it does help a little bit for now. It, again, gets you that check of one of the two raft spots, which takes the chance of the raft actually being important way down. Malchior with blue candle in hand is now going to go burning through some of these spots in Candle Row. Still missing a handful of dungeons. Dungeons I do not remember seeing currently are level 3, level 4, and level 9.
Yeah, I do not recall seeing either one as any of those three dungeons either, so I think we are still looking for all three. Oh, and there's level 4 on Candle Row. To answer the question in chat, I believe the White Sword was 5 hearts. He had 5 hearts when we got there. I don't think either runner checked it at 4. So it's either vanilla hearts or it happened to randomize to 2, 4, or 5.
This level 4 has got red bubbles early on. We'll see if Malchior has to use a potion at any point. Well, that was a really good job of getting through that Zol room. We have level 9 now seen by thomjay. Another power bracelet spot. What always amuses me in the randomizer is when someone goes into a room without a ladder, sees the moat block, and is like immediately trying to turn around just in case the shutter door closes to see if they can get through it before it closes. Because you know it'll never work out. You're always going to get shuttered in if that happens to you. But it just looks like they're in such a hurry thinking maybe I can beat it this time every time, so I get a kick out of it. thomjay now getting the candle as well. Not too thrilled to see its location. And Malchior is about to see the ladder, assuming that the trap doesn't get him. There's the boomerang buffer, so if nothing else got it, made it easier to clip. So back to the Stalfos room to collect our Triforce level 4. barring level 3 being on the coast raft spot, we are in go mode to 9 at this point, given that silvers are almost certainly in there.
Yep, and unless the game decides to troll us, we are on vanilla items, it appears.
Yes. I should be attentive to what the flags roll. This will get corrected in chat now. So yeah, just going to be able to get into level 9 no matter what now, so that's a good sign. I would take the absolute trolliest seed where we get the random off item here shortly, but it's unlikely to happen.
It would be fun to call one of those seeds.
We've had one where Heart Shuffle has trolled. I believe it was a race that you were in, if I remember correctly, or at least I feel like I got trolled commentating one of your races.
I think you got just trolled commentating one of my races. I don't think I had the Heart Shuffle one. I've only heard stories of that one.
Well, I remember the Trolling 9 one. That one I won't forget. We won't speak of that for now, though. Instead, we'll watch thomjay get through this level 2. If nothing else, I actually hope thomjay does see the magic boomerang, because that will give thomjay more information as to what's going on. I don't think he's seen enough thus far to actually confirm that the items haven't shuffled.
thomjay choosing to give up the heart there. Only to get trolled by the next room being a ladder block.
And, let's see. Now, getting the information that it was in fact your race was Zardia, but Zardia got further trolled than you did by the Heart Shuffle being on.
Oh, okay, yes, I forgot about that, because I figured out it was Heart Shuffle pretty early before you guys even figured it out.
There is the magic boomerang, where thomjay now has the information. Worth going through this room at this point, probably, and clearing it, although you could just hope to get around it. The downside to this room is it could have whiz robes, which it does. I think the bunnies are the better play, but maybe we'll get through. We actually do. Nice. And now it just requires a bomb down.
Doesn't even require a bomb.
I didn't even see the doorway there.
One thing I always struggle with is when it's a dark room, telling whether there's a door or not.
So yeah, thomjay's still making pretty good progress, despite not having the recorder to get into level 1. So not over until it's over by any stretch. Just a little bit behind because of the lack of knowledge as to where 1 is. Still a pretty good chance that the flute blocks level 3. There may also be 1 power bracelet spot or 2 outstanding. I didn't see across both runners if they checked West and East Death Mountain push blocks.
I know one of the Death Mountain East push blocks was level 6. I just don't remember which one it was. At least I think it was level 6. It was definitely a level, though. Oh, we found level 3.
Well, we're going to see both running in unison for the moment. It seems that both took the early death as well, so thomjay and, well, this room is just going to be a fun time, isn't it?
Never fun to walk into a dungeon and find blue Lionels in it. Especially that early in the dungeon.
I mean, it's not great because you'll have to re-clear if this happens later, but if this is the only room with the blue Lionels in bulk, I guess we would probably be okay, maybe. Well, boomerang strat's coming out. I actually approve of this. This is going to make it a lot easier for one runner who picked it up versus the other one who did not, so maybe Malchior proving us wrong a little bit for, or at least me wrong, because I said I may not have picked it up even. Yeah, thomjay might dig the raft. Malchior is actually also likely, as I don't recall Malchior having seen 9. I could be wrong. Maybe Malchior has.
I did see Malchior find level 9, so he does know where it is.
In that event, I think that's all 9 dungeons known for Malchior, so Triforce and going this. Level 6 was very close to their starting screen because they both ended up looking around and giving up on it in a hurry. Looks like the Triforce is in the very northern room of this dungeon. This room would normally be, I believe, a key drop, so there's no guarantee that this ends up being the item. Replaced with the heart container, which, you know, is helpful. We're going to be on green tunic almost certainly going into 9, given the rupee count that Malchior currently has.
And I think Malchior is one room too far to the left to bomb up.
Him just making sure he wasn't pranked somehow. We're now down that scary territory where you have no money, so if we hit a mass Pulse voice room with a shutter door, it's going to be absolute no fun. Remove open staircases flag has rolled on, for what it's worth.
That means this will definitely be our raft then, unless the game is trolling us.
I would get a good laugh. Malchior has had to have not seen a dungeon, but I was almost certain that Malchior had seen 6. I'm trying to think of what else. Maybe it's level 8? I don't recall exactly where 8 was. There was something that was under a power bracelet spot early on.
Yeah, I thought 6 was the one that was under the power bracelet spot up on Death Mountain.
Well, if you're talking, I don't know which under Death Mountain ones. I know there's one near start that has a power bracelet block to it, and I know that the grave one is a take any one. Answer the question, chat. Malchior did flute to First Quest 4. Well, regardless, the raft was on the route to the Triforce, so picking it up in the end will only cost about 45 seconds, given that the 5 are dropped early on. And unfortunately, thomjay takes a death there So that Lionel room at start's going to be started all over again. So this will fluke to 7. Probably trying to get to 6. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find out if he's seen level 6 yet, depending on where he's heading.
So back into 7 we go. The Triforce was not super deep in here. I believe it's only a handful of rooms away from the start, if I remember. It could be key blocked or something, as it seemed like thomjay had to go around to the eastern side first.
I think he's going to try and open that door using Pirouette.
Yeah, Malchior was not 100% that this was first quest. Now knows for certain, though, because the north wall opened. But I saw him running against that wall on the right, so it gave me a hint that maybe he didn't know what exactly he was in.
And I think the bubbles were trolling thomjay in that room in 3. Speaking of trolls, we got trolldongos in this 7. Nice bomb by Malchior there, got 2 of them with 1, and he was able to get bombs out of both of them by remembering to only kill 1 at a time.
Yep. Malchior checking to see if this Dig Dogger is blocking the Triforce or the Compass. Either or would be helpful.
Looks like thomjay must have missed the compass somewhere, because he doesn't have the blinking light on his map. But it looks like he's been in every room.
Alright, thomjay leaving that dungeon behind. Now going down, presumably to burn this spot, and if it doesn't work, going to go north. I was kind of hoping that thomjay might go back towards 5 with full health and a little bit more resources. As Malchior now gets the Triforce in 7, we're just 1 dungeon away.
And I think Malchior going this direction means he does not know where 6 is yet.
Yep, so that was the dungeon that was missing. I had for some reason sworn that both runners had been in there, but apparently Malchior has not. nothing else, this gives thomjay a quick chance to catch up.
So neither Vanilla 7 Second Quest or Vanilla First Quest 8 decided to open this seed.
thomjay now looking to see where in the world he hasn't cleared. Might come up to the conclusion now that needs to go back to 3 or 5. You know, Eastern Death Mountain checks now completed. We basically still need to find level 6, find the silvers, and find at least 1 rupee.
And hopefully remember we need that 1 rupee before we go into Ganon's room.
On more than one occasion, I've seen somebody go in there without it. Commentated at least 2 races where it's happened.
I think the only thing worse is when you forget you don't have silvers and you kill Ganon, try and shoot him, and nothing happens.
Yep, there was a person that went into Ganon with 0 rupees that also forgot to go get silvers off the coast. Said person isn't in this tournament field, so it may not happen this year.
Yeah, seeing Malchior didn't go over this way previously, I'm pretty sure he has not been to that push block that's over here, and I think that was where 6 was.
Yep, you had it nailed. 6 is the power spot in Death Mountain. And despite having a lot of keys earlier, Malchior's down to 4. Given we have First Quest 9, that could become a factor. In Second Quest 9, I would declare him safe. Wow, that's a mile away. Might be looking for a potential easy staircase.
Yeah, in this case, I would be hoping that I get a quick staircase that takes me over there, and not have it be Wizrobes in the room either.
Oh, we're shuttered into this room. This is going to be really rough because this is going to take almost all the arrows. You can't miss too often either. In fact, one more miss, I think. No, we'll be down. Ooh, now we're at 1 more. We're done. Nope, I was wrong again. Rolled down. So this room's not great. And now we're at 0 rupees again. It's just can't get away from that number in a second quest seed. This room will help. thomjay should be closing in now on the ladder. I believe it's north in this room. We're very close. Gonna make the guess now that thomjay, having cleared most of Death Mountain, is almost certainly going to be looking at the potential flute block and heading back to 5 momentarily.
So did he not get the recorder while he was in 5 earlier? I thought he did. I assumed he did.
No, because he bailed out after kind of getting blocked off in the bottom segment and just didn't want to go all the way back up. I think just missed that one bomb wall that you needed to have, or the one key door. Well, thankfully we found some rupees from Malchior, as this room could have been very fun on White Sword. So it's all going to come down to the 9. If 9 is really rough, or Magic Staircase in Malchior doesn't take staircases, or very easy to take in a bomb route and Malchior takes staircases or something like that, it would give thomjay some time to catch up. Silvers still need to be found, so I do think staircases will be taken.
Yep, and as Freedom Fighter in chat just pointed out, will 5 keys be enough? We know level 9 likes to troll, so it might decide you need more keys than that.
Yep, there's still a decent chunk of keys in level 9. They're not super relevant in vanilla. I think there's only 1 or 2 that are really en route in the vanilla speedrun. Patrigard's one of them. We're going to burn it right away because we are, again, looking for a staircase, and you don't want to leave or orphan a single room behind if possible. But
especially with the very linear start to this, where you only had one way to go when you went in.
Yeah, I thought for a second he was going to clear this Patra. I would have agreed with that decision. Second Patra, the next room. And by habit, I don't know that it even accounts for anything, but every time I get blocked going north in this dungeon, I always feel like there's some sort of troll set up here where there's going to be some big item or Gan or Zelda right away. Another Patra. This one I think you probably have to clear. It could be your silvers. Even if it's the red ring or a transport, it could give you some progress. Unfortunately, we are going to have to potion or take a death.
Have we seen enough in other dungeons to determine if extra bosses is on? I don't remember.
I don't think I've seen enough, really. I feel like the ones that had extra bosses were like 7 and 8, and those usually have a lot. Might just be unlucky with the early Patras. Now this is a transport, but if it takes us somewhere across the way, it could be helpful. thomjay is ladder clipping towards this heart container, may just be trying to get past it and doesn't care. This is a rather... it's not quite as spectacular as the complete and utter dodge of it, but yeah, it goes back for it. Unsurprising to see thomjay go back into 5 at this point with basically the full overworld clear. We know we need the flute for at least level 1.
And now, with this being first quest dungeons for first and second half, none of the second quest push block can push, right?
Shouldn't. should always just be first quest in that situation. It gets weird when there's mixed again, but I think first quest is supposed to just stay first quest blocks always. Blue bubble room never hurts. To answer the question, chat, I don't think remove open stairs really goes after the second quest staircases as much. I think it really just replaces it with a reverse C, a single push block, or a 2 block center setup. Man, would that be a fun Zelda or what?
I was just thinking the same thing. If Zelda's underneath that shoot room, that would be awesome. Forcing you to have to go through that patcher on your way.
I didn't see if there was a way in from the other side. I kind of doubt it based on the routing being taken here. We are staying buoyant on the keys, if nothing else. We've lost a handful of keys to key doors, but we've picked up 2 or 3 at this point as well. Looks like this whole side's kind of segmented off, though, at least on the southern portion. Looks like chat is trying to traumatize you with shoot rooms and Zelda locations, but I think, what do you think it is? Maybe like 1 in every 100, maybe 200 seeds you play, you see that situation crop up?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's just always better when you come into the room that you can get to the door, not like that one that I know is being referenced where it was a shoot room, but it was the opposite direction of the shoot. But it's even better when you find Zelda's room and she's in a shoot room.
Yeah, I want to say it's fairly regular that a shoot is kind of influencing the routing in 9. I would say that's far less. When it's directly in front, the odds go through the roof. We know that room drops have shuffled, so that dark room doesn't need to be cleared. Gotta be very careful in this clip.
If I remember right, dark rooms, the most they can drop is a minor item, like keys, compass, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the dark background room in vanilla first quest will also just drop the compass if these room drops don't shuffle around. I do think we heard the roar. I have the sound fairly low.
Yeah, I have it pretty low as well, so I can't really hear it.
Malchior once again flirting with disaster at 0 rupees. thomjay finds the recorder, so shouldn't take too long really to get level 1's location. I'm pretty sure level 1 is literally 1 screen left. And no bomb walls wanting to cooperate in this 9.
Oh, Malchior is down to 1 bomb. He has to be careful with trying to make sure he doesn't use it up when he's also trying to get rupees, too. When you're short on one or the other, you can try to force them, but when you need both, it can make it complicated.
Well, we've seen almost the entire bottom half of the skull at this point, so with that information, I'm burning every key door I can until I run out of keys, because I don't think there's going to be enough key doors left where you really get completely cut off.
And I agree with thomjay picking up that bomb upgrade. Even though it's only 3 instead of 4, and it's more money, he only had 2 bombs at the time, so it's well worth the money in my opinion.
Yep, should be coming across the bow here in just a second, and then has to go east, I believe, to get the Triforce in this one. You're still trying not to burn keys. I think you're still going to have to going north here.
And it was pointed out in chat, the Fires apparently rolled up in HP, so can't even use Fires for getting bombs at all.
Should just be the red Wizards then in 9. I don't know that we've seen a ton of those.
Didn't we also see blue Lionels? If so, they drop bombs as well. Or was I looking at the wrong screen again when I saw Lionels?
I could... Well, let's just wait a second. Chat will get me either way. I had just assumed that the dungeon set had stayed vanilla, but it's very possible it shuffled around some. We've really just been blitzing through every room, just avoiding, so... here's another second quest push block. If it's a Lionel dungeon, that's way better. But I think, I don't know, all I can remember seeing is just Pole's voice rooms and just unfortunate rooms. But, oh, Dark Nuts are in 1, so you're probably right. So, we just got trolled with the setup in 6.
There's the Triforce out of 1 for thomjay. Now he just has to go back to 6.
Potion chug there from Malchior was blinking, so I don't think that it was necessarily a situation where he was like panic pressing.
Yep, and there's the Lionels in 9. I thought I remembered seeing them.
Yep, still need them to drop bombs sooner or later. Oh,
yeah, it's always the hard part.
We're gonna see what we've got here. Oh, it's the shoot room. I love it. So the end game is go through that moat. There's the Roar of Ganon. I want to say it's to the right. And suddenly we are key door Montied here. You've got 3 key doors you can choose from. 2 in this room and 1 in the room before, and you have 1. thomjay is in a little bit better key shape at the moment, but that might not last. This could be red ring or silvers at this point. We're almost out of staircases. Instead, it's one of the last staircases. The bonus here is that we got Lionels in here, and suddenly rupees are not a big deal.
We came in low on rupees and ended up low on bombs, and now we're low on keys instead.
thomjay now knows that they have to go across the dungeon to be able to get their Triforce and head to 9. I think this is going to come down to thomjay having like 10 or 11 keys entering 9. Otherwise, I just don't see thomjay kind of taking the route necessary, because it feels like Malchior's still been trying to dodge rooms with keys, or key doors, excuse me. Alright, this almost has to be something at this point. Red ring first. You've got to take that. Yeah. Thought about turning away from it, but you just can't.
Before he went into that staircase, I was about to say, the way this 9 is going, it feels like this is going to be red ring before we find silvers.
So we are very, very close to full clearing 9. I want to say this is... if this pushes, I think this has to be it.
Yep, and to answer the question in chat, I believe the shoot room did have a key door blocking the direction you gotta go to get to Zelda.
Yeah, so red ring and silver is very close to one another. We'll have to monitor the situation. If a key's required for Ganon, this still could be pretty fun. Because as you noted, there is... I'm almost positive the north door is a key door to go down to that chute. I don't know if there's a way around that, though. There could be a door to the east.
I don't remember if we saw the side rooms.
We know that there's no shutter on the left side, from what I remember. It was so early in the seed that we went to the right side of Zelda's room. So up from here, I think, gets you a Ganon roar. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just this staircase you have to take to get there.
And those hands being trolls like always.
thomjay refilling health and heading to 9 now. So for what it felt like to me, this was a very linear path up to the silvers and red ring area, but Malchior has found Ganon without burning a key.
Oh, and it's a 0 HP Ganon.
Yeah, the punch for Ganon was already taken by the red ring acquisition, I think. Definitely feel a little bit more comfortable with the red ring.
Now it's a matter of how quick Malchior remembers his path to get to Zelda.
Walking with a purpose, so I'm pretty sure we have the route. Red bubbles really shouldn't impact too much from here. Going down to 0 keys and just has to survive the Patra. GG's out for Malchior. Official time of 1:13:35. And that was the only door, so that was the route you had to take. And with that death, I believe thomjay has said, all right, that's enough for one night. It is rather late, and we are joined by Malchior. GG's.
GG's.
Well, you weren't really living up to your Mr. Full Clear name until that 9 as far as dungeons go. It was going fairly smoothly for dungeon diving, and then, 9 happened.
I mean, when the items don't shuffle, that's to be I mean, even if I don't dig out every item out of every dungeon, just the knowledge that I have, I still consider that a full clear. I saw 96% of the overworld. I missed 5 spots in DN. That's it. And, woo, that 9! Y'all, if I didn't have one more extra key, I wouldn't be able to go down into that patcher chute.
Yeah, we anticipated that if Ganon required a key for whichever route you had, it was going to be a fun time when you got to that chute room.
I was scared to death. I had to bomb out of his room to get to the silvers, because that once I had cleared half the 9, that thought occurred to me. I was like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Yeah, the make or break moment in this was thomjay, I think, up at 8 in the northern part of 5 at some point and left the recorder behind, so that required a full clear of the overworld to get back to level 5 to get the recorder to get to 1. And
oh, yikes.
That sequence, I think, was kind of the beginning of the end, although 9 tried its darndest to put you in a rough spot, as gave thomjay a chance to get into 9 and a chance to get into the booth with us. GG's.
Thank you.
So we won't keep you up too much longer, as I think it is kind of early in the morning.
It is quite late for him, I believe. How much of 9 did you see, thomjay?
5, 6 rooms, maybe.
Okay. I saw all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 rooms. Oh, no, because all but 5 rooms is what I saw. Because it required it.
Yes, many key doors had to be burned through with keys, and I think you ended with 0, so that was a fun time. You also needed a key to get into the top part of the chute room to get to Zelda's one and only shutter door. The chute room with the Patra required. So that would have been a fun time without the red ring, but the red ring was right before Silver's.
I figured I'd find them back to back at that point.
Yeah, thomjay, I think this just came down to flute being required. If flute's not required, it's very close on ring 9. So real rough having that flute in a Triforce that you already had dungeon.
Yeah, otherwise... but I dug the most of 5 the first time I was there, I think, at least. But
yeah, I want to say Malchior got bailed out a little bit by not knowing whether or not he needed the Triforce as well. But I think the flute, and knowing that it was potential at that point for vanilla items, I think Malchior might have seen 4 or 5 items at that point. Maybe it's just 4.
Yeah, and just being recorder anyway, I prioritize that highly in this flag set for the potential to recorder unbeaten, new, and things like that.
Yeah, thomjay, I think, had all but 3 rooms cleared in that level 5 when thomjay bailed the first time.
Yeah,
I think
something
2
like
rooms
that.
to the 2 rooms to the north side and 1 room to the far left, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very good match. Was very close, potentially given 9, so GG's to you both. Again, this was just for seeding, so whether you're 4-1 or 3-2, still likely to have a fairly similar opponent draw for the bracket phases, where we start getting into best of 3s, and this should be a fun time.
It's going to be a good show. A good racing with you again, thomjay. We always seem to have close ones.
Yeah.
With that, there is more action going on. We have 3 races ongoing at Z1 Randomizer, at SpeedGaming Main, and SpeedGaming 3. You won't see us here on SpeedGaming 2 until about half an hour from now. And then SpeedGaming 4 will have the other race at the tail end of the night. So still a lot of action going tonight. We got everything covered thanks to a lot of help from the community, including just Andy, who was filling in for Tracker as player had to step away due to some IRL stuff. So I'll hope to see them back for another tracking round at a later date. But once again, thanks again to Malchior and thomjay for putting on the show. I'm going to let thomjay go to bed. Garion, thank you for jumping in the booth.
Not a problem. It's always fun to commentate occasionally.
Yep, and you'll get to track a little bit and watch one of the fellow Skyforce go at it with the Alan Heffley later on this evening, so hopefully that match is pretty fun to watch. With that, I'm Furious K. We're going to head out for now since I get to do the double up on comms here in a little bit. Thanks again for watching, and good luck, have fun with all the races tonight, and hopefully you get to enjoy some more great Zelda 1 randomizer action. See you in a bit.